you already have Netflix, so there's no excuse not to see this movie. I literally just watched this movie, guys. I woke up at around 7 o'clock and it's like 9:15, so I'm already at my mom's house about to take care of my dad, which is why this movie really touched me, because I just feel like, especially as black women, and I know all women, we go through similar things, but as an actor myself and a black woman myself, and also a woman who's basically like an octopus, taking care of kids, raising your parents, juggling this and juggling that, still trying to pursue an acting career and be true to myself. You're literally an octopus. And this movie really made me tear up a few times, and it actually reminded me of my role in Unresolved when I was a struggling single mother as well. But anyway, this movie stars, of course, Taraji P. Henson, Sherry Shepherd, Sinbad, Glenn Thurman, Tiana Taylor, Rockman Dunbar, and many others. But those are the main names, guys. When I first saw the trailer, of course, it's Taraji, right? Like, I didn't have any doubts that she wasn't going to rock it. But when I tell you, and I'm not over exaggerating, you may say I'm biased because I'm also an actor, right? But no, like, I'm not the actor who comes on here just saying a movie was good just to be doing it. I'm not like that. If I don't like something, I don't care if it was a black movie, a black director. I don't care. If I don't like it, I don't like it. But this was listen, watch this movie. Like, I want to take a little more time to process it, but I feel the need to just jump on here and talk about it because it's not what you think. From the trailer, I'm like, okay, kind of like John Q. Okay, she must have a sick child. She needs some money. People playing games with her, not taking her seriously. So now she got to set it off, right? And she got to go full Denzel in John Q on these people. But it was a little more deeper than what I actually thought. I may do some spoilers at the end, but overall, guys, this was a film, the day in the life of a single mother trying to make it happen in an innocent way. The odds are against her. And I know we've seen this in, a million times. However, it's just something about Taraji and how she carries just hurt and pain and makes it realistic and the real tears. And that's what I respect, because I guess I respect her ability to make it realistic, because it was, I hate to see an actress on screen crying and there's no tears coming out. Sorry, guys, someone called my phone. But what I was saying was, I hate to see, serious scenes and heavy scenes when actors are crying and there's not even a tear coming out. You expect us to feel it? The way she carried this movie, oh God, she reminded me of myself so bad. Oh God, I'm telling you guys. Oh my God. Not in real life per se, but she just really reminded me of my role in Unresolved. And I guess that's probably why I was tearing up. Because of course we all, even married women, I'm not just going to say single mothers. Married women go through the same crap that some of us single mothers go through. But even just as women, like you feel that and you connect to that, especially if you've been there before, or someone close to you that's been there before. Like this, her character was literally trying to do us right. God, she had the landlord from hell, right? Typical mean landlord, not giving her, a chance. You see her struggling. You see her not wasting her money on other things instead of paying rent. You see her trying. She's asking for a little more time. She's in the scene. She's literally begging y'all, I get paid today. Please do not pull my stuff out of my apartment. She's trying to get her kid to school. Her child I'm tearing up right now. Like her child has seizures. Oh God, I felt that scene so bad. Lord Jesus. She gets to work. Oh my God, why am I crying? Oh my Lord. I may have to stop this video, y'all. She gets to work, right? Of course she's late. Her boss is down her throat. The other employees are looking at her sideways. People are yelling. Honestly, that scene was kind of dramatic. I was like, why aren't all these why are all these people in line ready to chew her out? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like the customers that was in the line was more mad at her than her boss because she was late. They were like, where you at? Where you been? Hurry up and ring me out. I was like, okay, God, like, don't kill the girl. She tries to conduct herself at work with all this other mess going on. Still thinking about her daughter in the back of her mind. Her daughter didn't have enough lunch money, so she came to work really to get her check to be able to go cash her check on her lunch break and go take her daughter the money. So you know how kids tease other kids when they don't have lunch or they get free lunch or whatever. So Taraji was trying to get her check, like, simply and honestly, innocently. Just get her check and go cash it and come back. Take her daughter all right, guys. So yeah, she's at work, just innocently just trying to get her own hard-earned money, right, to go take to her baby. The worst thing in life is to be at work and something's not right, like outside of work, right? Like you just feel so unaccomplished because you didn't handle business before you came into work. Y'all know that feeling, right? So she's thinking about her baby. She's trying to take her baby some money so her baby can eat, right? And for the life of me, I still don't understand. And even though she may be late, she may have been late a few times, or she's always having something going on, the way that Glenn Thurman's character was like, didn't give a damn. And if you're watching this video and if you're a boss, a manager, a supervisor, if you get to the point where you just completely don't give a damn about what your employee is saying, you don't need to be in that position, because you just don't. And this movie is a good example of how people are so overlooked, so blown off to the side. And then when something happens, then you feel guilty because all you can think about is when you didn't pay attention to that person, or when you weren't listening and paying attention to this person when they were trying to let you know what was going on. And it happens all day, every day. And it's so sad. It's so sad. He didn't care about anything she was saying. So she goes, basically, she stands there and she's like, look, okay, you fired me. Cool, right? She had to process it for a minute. But when she processed it, you know, she was like, okay, fine, cool. My daughter is my focus right now. I need to get my check so I can go cash it and give my daughter her lunch money. He gave her hell. It'll be in the mail. You'll get your check in the mail and all of that. Just everybody is giving her a hard time in this movie unnecessarily. Okay, so she goes into the office with him. She's like, my check is in there. I know my check is in there. Give me my check. Oh God, y'all. During the time both of them were in the office and she's trying to get her money, why did two robbers bust into the office and start robbing the manager, right? And Taraji's standing there like, oh my God. And then she starts seeing all this money and she didn't even take any of the money, y'all. She was still just trying to look for her check on the desk or whatever. She ends up tussling with the people. The dang on robber said Janaya's name because of the name tag. Now the boss think that Janaya set up the robbery. It was kind of like the set it off Vivica A. Fox scene. She was innocent. He just saw her name tag and said her dang on name. They start tussling. She ended up shooting one of the robbers, honey. So they're tussling in the office during the bank robbery. During the robbery of the grocery store. Taraji didn't even mean to shoot one of the robbers. Now the boss is on the phone with 911 talking about Janaya Wilkins set this robbery up. This girl didn't know that was going to happen. She just wanted her check. And in fact, if he had given her check, she wouldn't have even been there during the robbery. She would have already been gone. Stuff just starts happening. Like, I felt so sorry for her. Like, I wanted to hug Taraji. And I've seen her in these types of roles before where I just wanted to, like, oh my God, girl. But this one right here, if y'all don't like Taraji, y'all gonna like her after this movie. Everyone, as an actor, listen, everyone is not physically able, mentally able to bring this type of realistic hurt and pain and make it believable on the screen. Like, this is an art. It's an art. It's a skill. People watch movies just to be entertained, but they're not realizing she's on set, living this life, making it happen, and it's not like you're not watching an AI character, right? This is a real person bringing this bringing this to life. But people overlook that. But it's okay. Everyone isn't, a creative, and everyone doesn't realize certain things, that creatives realize when they're watching movies and stuff. But Lord have mercy, this girl she still walked into the bank, even after the stuff was going on across it's like in a strip mall. So she still left the grocery store after shooting a guy. She still walked in the bank trying to cash her check. She did not have her ID. Let me tell you something. This bank teller, Tessa, whatever your name is in that movie, girl. If you gonna cry, if you scared because you're a bank teller and you're scared and you're crying, I'm gonna need to see some tears. But that's all right. That's okay. That's okay. Gave her a hard time. She couldn't cash her check, y'all. It's just bam, 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 bam. Like everything, all these walls are shutting down, right? So she did pull out a gun, but technically she was not trying to rob the bank, y'all. She did not intend on robbing this bank. She just needed her check cashed. For real. She didn't want to rob the bank. She still didn't rob the bank because Tessa tried to start giving her all this money that Taraji didn't ask for. She was like, I only want $542. Why are you throwing all this money at me, making it look like I'm robbing the bank? And that's not what I'm trying to do. Oh, God. And then y'all know what's next. The police surround the bank and Taraji's trying to explain herself. That went on for a while. Tiana Taylor, 10 out of 10. Let me tell you something right now, Tiana Taylor. I hope I work with you one day on somebody's movie. But after this detective role, you killed it so much. Nothing less. Nothing less than this detective role, right? You nailed it. Nothing less than these types of roles. Anyway, so Tiana Taylor was really her right-hand man in this movie. She listened. She tried to connect. Well, she did connect with her. It was that girl code thing going on, right? Janiyah wasn't really connecting with the men. Tiana, she had to basically prove herself in this movie. Like, listen, like I can negotiate with her, right? I have the experience. I'm a woman. I feel what's happening. Tiana Taylor actually kind of, her character must have had went through some stuff during her childhood as well, because when the detectives went to Janiyah's apartment, you can kind of tell Tiana was like, it was kind of like nostalgic, like some memories or something, that she had been through something similar before. Sinbad plays a homeless guy that lives in the apartment complex that Taraji would always give money to and change to. So he was an advocate for Taraji as well during the whole situation, because he was like, hey, she's a nice person. Everyone was like, she's a nice person. Like, no one was against Janiyah. Everyone was advocating for her because she's never literally done anything to anyone. One of the grocery store cashiers was like, this is not her. She had nothing to do with that robbery of this store. She couldn't have done that. So everyone throughout the whole movie was advocating for her, right? It was really no one against her except the racist white cop that hit her car and literally told her, I'm going to blow your head off the first chance I get. What? And that I'm telling you, it's really cops out here like that. And when you have a black daddy, a black brother, black uncles, black cousins, and just it triggers it really, those types of scenes. I know this is just a movie, but there are really cops who are looking for an opportunity to put a hole through somebody first chance they get, literally. And that scene right there really kind of messed me up a little bit too, because that's is really messed up. So when Taraji's character was inside of the bank, she was like, I'm not coming out if that cop is out there, because that's his opportunity to try to blow my head off. I'm not coming out. So that's the main thing that she was trying to negotiate while she was in the bank. She's like, I'm not coming out unless he is off that parking lot. He's already told me if he sees me again, he's going to blow my head off. Yeah, hoo-wee. I got to end this review. Whoo. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I didn't know this movie was gonna touch me like this. Like, you know. Yeah, I didn't know this movie was gonna touch me like this. This is definitely one of Tyler's top tier. This 6888, Family That Prays. So a few more. That's definitely up here, and this is one of them. See, everybody thought that this was going to be, oh, a black struggling single mother trying to take care of her kids. No, like, it was, if you did not feel this movie, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know. And like I said, maybe I'm biased because I'm an actor and I understand how much it takes to project, you know, project and make it make your character come alive and believable and realistic. And even some characters that you know, even some realistic characters still don't touch you, you know. They're realistic, but they don't have any emotional impact on you. I did want to see the sentencing though, guys. It ended with her just riding off in the police car. Sherry Shepherd's character, she was also very supportive when they were inside of the bank during the standoff or whatever. And it really wasn't even a standoff. Taraji was not trying to kill anybody. She really wasn't. She was letting people go. You know, one of the people in the bank was an elderly woman who had diabetes. She let her go. She let another elderly couple go. Her goal was not to keep people in there. Like, her goal was to make it out without getting shot by that cop. And also, oh God, should I tell y'all this? Oh God, y'all. She didn't know her daughter had already passed away. So she found out over the phone when her mama called her phone while she was in the bank that her daughter had a seizure the night before. And she found out while she was standing there in the bank. Please comment below. So when it was a series of montage scenes, guys, at the end, where Taraji showed up to the school. The girl didn't get out, and the principal was looking at her like, hi, your daughter has passed away. So when did her daughter pass away? Because those montage scenes at the end made it seem like Taraji was just having hallucinations and still in mommy mode, still doing her routine after her daughter had passed away, because she still went to the school to drop her daughter off, but the daughter didn't get out the car, and the principal was looking at her like, huh, you know what I mean? But then she found out that the daughter had passed away while she was in. Yeah, guys, so I'm still confused as the time frame of the daughter's death has me confused, because that morning when she took her kid to school, her kid was alive. So when she was having the hallucinations in the bank, and they portrayed it as if her daughter was already passed away that morning when she dropped her off at school. But that's when CPS took her away. But the scenes at the end made it seem like Taraji was just going crazy and still went to the school. And that's why the principal was waving at her like, what you doing here, girl? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. But if you like real, raw, realistic movies, tearjerkers, this is a 10 out of 10. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, I'm not just saying that because it's a Tyler Perry movie or because Tiana Taylor's in it or it's Taraji. No. Because I didn't even see those people. I saw their characters, right? So I'm not being biased because I look up to Taraji as an actor. This was really a 10 out of 10 to me, guys. After you watch it, or if you've already watched it, let me know about the scene when she showed up to the school without the girl. Oh, yeah, I have never, this isn't even a movie review page. I'm an actor, but I don't make my YouTube channel about acting or whatever. But when there's a movie that I just cannot not talk about, I make a review. I had to make this review, y'all. I had to. I do have a movie review playlist though, but and maybe me being a mother, me being a mother, an actor, and understanding how much it takes to portray that type of realism on screen just has me like mind blown, because I get all aspects of every part of this movie. And her being a mother as well, you know, obviously when you're a mother in real life and you've struggled a little bit and you're a single mother and all that, of course it helps you in these types of roles, but it's still like, and this is why I say you cannot be taught how to act. This is a God-given, you got to have it in you a little bit. You can learn different techniques and different whatever, but you cannot, that can't be taught. That's who you are. That's a God-given talent. That is a passion for the craft. So guys, that's my review. Eyes puffy. I can't believe I started crying, y'all. Anyway, I gotta go back in here and take care of my dad before I pick up my kids from school. Octopus mom. You have 8 arms. Everybody gets their own arm. I guess that's why I feel this movie so much.